Hey y'all, this is Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery. I'm coming on with you today to show you a mummy that I thought was really cute. I have looked over this and cut out some things already. I will show you step by step how to do this. It was with a 2x4 and I did cut it. You can do it just the 2x4 and you don't have to cut it out with a head. Hi Lane McLean, how are you? Thank you for coming. Let's see here. So I'm going to point you down so you can see. You're going to need some shims. This way you don't have to do anything but use some scissors to cut the pieces. You'll need a 2x4. You do not have to cut it out as I did. And I've already cut most of the shims the way that I'm going to need it, and we'll paint it up and make it real cute. You also need some eyes, and I have a little container with eyes in it, and I'm going to use that of course last. We're going to go ahead and cut this shim. I've already looked at it and measured right here and here. That way I know exactly where to cut. And you're just going to cut your piece. And it's very easy. If you use the side that's very thin, you can cut this. That way you'll have your pieces. You're going to set those aside for a second because you're going to actually paint the mummy white. And I've got my paint here that I'm going to have to open up to do the white on here. You're also going to need some black because you're going to have to highlight around the pieces of the white so you can see what's going on. Whew, Lord, I always waste a ton of paint pouring it out like that. I don't realize that it's as thin as it is. Sometimes it's thicker and sometimes it's thin. And I've got some paper towels just in case because I got a bunch of stuff on me. So let me wipe that off. And I'm going to get my paintbrush here. And I had it in the water already. So let me get some of the paint off of it. Some of the water off of it. All right, so we're going to use the white. And we're going to just paint like this. You can see where I had my line, but I didn't go exactly on that. So we're just going to go up and down here. And I've got one finished, but I'll show y'all that closer to the end because this may not dry in time. But you want to get the sides, and I did do the back of the other one, but I'm only going to do the sides and the front just so y'all can see what the finished product will look like except for the back. So you're going to paint all around this. Let me get some more white. Got all that black and not enough white. And since the mummy is mostly white, I'm going to need a lot. So, and I'm just using a bigger paintbrush just so y'all can see it's a lot quicker to do it this way. So we'll get this all on here. Hey Jason, thank you for coming. And Elaine, I appreciate you being on here. And Janet. Okay, so we're just going to paint all of this. I did cut out my head, but you don't have to. You can put black around it right where the edges are, just so it can look like a mummy with black behind it. And of course, this may take more than one coat, but we'll see. Let me get my heating gun here. And we'll try to dry the front of it as much as we can. Okay, we're going to paint our pieces that we're going to need. We're just going to leave this right here for now. We're going to paint our pieces white as well. And I should have paid attention to which side was the front, huh? Let's see. And of course you can paint one side and then paint the other side, but this is going to be on the actual piece, so you're not going to see the back, and the piece is so light that you're not going to really tell anything on the sides, so you don't even have to do the sides for this. And these kind of dry really quick because it soaks up the paint so much. But let's see what we can do. This is what it looks like. And so we're going to take a little black paint. And we're going to take these little pieces right here. And we're going to kind of lay them the way we would like. I had already cut these part out, these particular pieces. And you kind of want to do it this way. And that way in between is where you're going to have your black, so the mummy can be seeing out from behind it. So what you're going to do is just kind of go in that area. You don't want to go too far, but you can go underneath so it looks like a smooth little area. So what I'm going to do is set it here and set this one here. And as you see, you're only going to see this portion right here. So it looks like the mummy is looking out from that area. And I'm going to go ahead and glue those two pieces down with some hot glue. And be very careful so you don't burn yourself, as I've done a whole lot of times. We may have to touch it up a little bit because it's not exactly dry. So we don't have to keep everybody on here an extremely long time. All right, we kind of want it just like that. I'm going to take a little paint and touch up that one little area where I got some black paint. And it's okay if you get a little bit on there. You're going to be making some highlights anyway. Let me fix this so you don't see that part. All right, and it'll dry. Then we're going to take our other pieces, this piece here. Let me see. I think I did the wrong side on this one, so we're going to paint it real quick. Because I couldn't remember which side was which. But I kind of fixed it like this. It doesn't matter if a little bit sticks off, but you're going to want to zigzag these just like this, so it'll look like the mummy's wrapped. And what I did before was take some paint, and I'll show it to you in just a second. Get a little bit of paint on here. You're going to see basically where this is, this piece right here. You're going to lift it up, and you're just going to put a little bit of paint right here. It doesn't matter if it looks messy or not, because you're going to put this on top of it. And then you're going to do on this side. So you just get a little bit of paint. That way when you put it on, you're going to be able to see that white where it looks like there's wrapping. Need a little bit of water, because you want it to look kind of like this. And when you put it on, it's going to look like that, so you're able to see it. So let me make a little bit straighter line here so it doesn't look too unfinished. And then we're going to take the glue gun and we're going to put this on right about here. And that's okay. And we're going to go ahead and do the black for this area. Let me get just a little bit more paint on here. We want to make sure where this goes. And we're just going to see, and we're going to make our line right there. And then we're going to look and see if that's right. It needs to go just a little bit up. And this one needs to go about right in here. Make it as straight as you can so it doesn't look too unfinished. And then we're going to put this right here. That way it looks all cute. Alrighty. So we're gonna, and because I kind of went down a little bit too much, we're gonna have to cut this one little edge off here. That's the ease of this, because it just comes right off. You're gonna look at it just like this, and this will be your mummy. So the next step is gonna be a couple of eyes, and I do have some little buttons that I got at Hobby Lobby on a sheet. They're very difficult to see, but I'm going to try to do it with my hand here. But they're little bitty eyes. They're black eyes. I know it's going to be difficult to see, but I'm going to put a dab of glue on here. And we're going to put one of those on. We're going to make it so you can see the eyes. And then we're going to put one little dab here, because I don't want to put these on the button. I made a mistake earlier putting them on the button because they're so tiny. So this is going to be your two eyes, and hopefully you can see those. But what we're going to do is put a little bit of white on there. Let me see if I can find a little bitty one. Little bitty brush, and that way you're going to be able to see the eyes. You're just going to take a dab of the paint, put it in the white, and you're just going to dab the top of it. Let me get a little more. Dab the top and go around just like this. And then you're going to take a little bit more, and you're going to put one little dot right here and right here. That way you'll be able to see your eyes at that point. Thank you so much. Hey, Manny. So glad you're here. Are you back home, or are you on vacation still? You've been having a great trip with Jason. Janet, where do you get the wood for the mummy? I had some leftover from when we made the fence back in the back, and so I just cut this piece that I had extra. I know not everybody has a saw, but hopefully you can find a piece. I've gone to different sites where people are building houses, and I've gotten pieces from there before. So what I did was I got a piece of material. Actually, this is ribbon. I just thought it would be cute with the check, the black and white, and I also got a little bit of the raffia, and I kind of held the raffia back. I put this around here. Of course, the back will be painted as well, but I'm just gonna not keep y'all on here too long. So I didn't want to paint the back, but I just took the material, the ribbon, excuse me, the ribbon, and I went around the raffia so I could put it all together. And we're gonna put it here on the side and tie a bow. You don't have to tie a bow, but you can do just straight. I did the other one straight, but the bow looks cute as well. Let me see if I can make this a little smaller, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let me cut a little bit off and a little bit off over here, but you want some of it. And this is what it looks like with the bow on there, just to make it finished. Hey, Leslie. Hey! Long time no see, Leslie. How are you doing? Leslie was my co-worker, and I'm glad to see you here. And Janet, I appreciate you being here. And Manny, of course. Can you use the empty coffee creamers and wrap it? Yes, you could. Absolutely. You certainly could, instead of using this. Anything around your house you can just use. It doesn't have to be this. I just thought it was a cute idea in using the shims, because you can just cut it with scissors. It's a lot easier. Like I said, you could do just one piece of wood, and you can just blacken out where you make the head. Just make it round and put black in the background. As long as you shade it a little bit like I did here, you'll be able to see your different dimensions. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see it because it all looks like one piece. But this is really cute. But yes, you certainly can do that. And so you can paint on this as well, Happy Halloween or whatever you would like. This is the big one that I did, and I did bigger eyes for this. These are little half circles that you can get at Amazon. I just painted them. They're little wooden half circles for that. But I also used the shims on this, and I just made the 2x4 a little bit longer, and I cut it. And then as you see, I didn't make a bow for this one. I just put it in a knot right there with some raffia. But you can do whichever one you want. You could do some orange and black or orange and white. So it's very cute, I thought. And putting Happy Halloween on it or Boo or whatever you would like on here. I just painted that on. But you can do that as well. Both of these are really cute. But you can paint whatever you want to, or you can write on it. You can just take a Sharpie and write whatever you want on here. I don't know what's a good saying that I could put on this little bitty one. Manny, you're good at that, so tell me what I should write besides Happy Halloween. Where's my pen? Lord. I don't know where my pen is. Telling you got too many things. Okay, I got it right here. So, what'd you say? Wrapped. Okay, I'll put wrapped on it. So, I'm just going to write wrapped. But you could do this with paint as well. And there it is with wrapped on it. Of course, it's backwards. I'm not sure how to do that to make it turn around. But you know it says wrapped, but that's a cute idea. Thank you, Manny. All right, so I have a video later showing how to make a spider. I will put that on the site so you can see it. Here I am. So I hope you enjoyed this. I thought this was a cute idea, and hopefully anybody mums the word. That's cute. Ha! Great. I should have put that on there, wrapped and mums the word. So if we make any more or you make some, then you can go ahead and put that on yours. You like the hocus pocus in the background? I painted that too. Yeah, Hocus Pocus seems to be pretty popular, especially this year for whatever reason. I don't think I've ever seen Hocus Pocus all the way through. I haven't watched it, so it's amazing. But I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I will try to come up with some different ideas. I do have a couple of things I'm going to do this weekend. I've just got to get them all ready. Like I said, I made the one video, and I will put that on there. I appreciate that, Janet. Thank you so much. One of your favorite movies, Elaine? You're welcome, Manny. I appreciate it. And y'all have a good Friday night. Hopefully you'll see Barb later on. I know she's going to do her porch thing. So hopefully everybody will see her then too. But I appreciate you for tuning in, and I will see you probably tomorrow. Thanks.